Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to share a beautiful love story about two childhood friends and how they eventually found their way to each other. They made a promise under the willow tree when they were just children to never let go, no matter what the future held. But when love grew and life got complicated, one choice, one voice, threatened to tear them apart. Would their bond survive the years? Or would dreams be the only thing they had left? In a small, peaceful village surrounded by rolling hills and blooming meadows, there lived a boy named Liam and a girl named Alara. From the moment they learned to walk, they were inseparable. They built castles from stones, chased butterflies, and made secret promises beneath the old willow tree that stood tall near the riverbank. They dreamed aloud, their little hearts full of hope. One day, Alara would whisper, "I'll be a famous painter and live in a house full of colors." "And I'll build you that house," Liam would reply with a grin, "right next to mine, so we'll never be apart." Years passed, childhood faded into adolescence, and dreams became deeper, more serious. While others drifted apart with time, Liam and Alara grew closer. They studied under candlelight, walked home from school together, and shared the first stirrings of love in the quiet corners of their world. Liam came from a humble family. His father was a carpenter, and Liam often helped him in the workshop. Though they didn't have much, Liam had a kind heart, strong hands, and eyes that saw beauty in simple things. Ilara's mother, however, had different dreams for her daughter. A proud woman, she believed Alara deserved a life of elegance and luxury, something Liam, in her eyes, could never provide. One summer evening, under the same old willow tree where so many of their memories were made, Liam held Alara's hand. "I love you," he said quietly, "and I want to spend my life with you. I might not be rich, but I'll build a life where you'll always be safe, loved, and never alone." Tears filled Alara's eyes. "I love you too, Liam. I always have. Always will. But love isn't always enough. Not in a world where pride and wealth speak louder than hearts." When Alara told her mother about their plans to marry, the sky seemed to darken. Her mother's voice was cold and sharp. "No," she said, "you will not marry a poor boy. He has no future. He cannot give you the life you deserve." Alara tried to explain, tried to make her mother understand that love was worth more than gold. But her words fell on deaf ears. Her mother arranged for her to travel to the city, to study art among the elite, hoping distance would make her forget Liam. The day Alara left, the village felt empty. Liam stood by the train station with a small wooden box in his hands. Inside was a tiny model of the house he had promised to build her, crafted with love, piece by piece. "I'll wait," he whispered as the train pulled away, "no matter how long it takes." In the city, Alara's days were filled with noise and colors, but her heart ached for the quiet riverbank and the boy with the kind eyes. She painted every day, always the same image, a house by the meadow with a willow tree beside it. Years passed. Alara became known for her art, her paintings sold in galleries, but something was always missing. At night, she would open the wooden box Liam had given her and trace her fingers over its tiny windows, longing for a home that was never built. Then one spring morning, nearly 7 years later, she returned. The village hadn't changed much, but something new stood near the riverbank, a real house, made of stone and wood, with a willow tree still standing tall beside it. And there, in the doorway, stood Liam. He hadn't become rich. He hadn't traveled far. But he had built the house they had dreamed of. And he had waited. Alara ran to him, tears falling like rain. "I'm sorry," she whispered, "for everything. I never stopped loving you." Liam smiled and held her close. Then stay, and let's make this our forever. Her mother never truly approved, but Alara didn't care anymore. She had chased the world, only to find that her true home was always where Liam stood. And in that small house by the willow tree, two childhood friends finally turned their dreams into reality, not through wealth or approval, but through a love that had waited, hoped, and endured.